been about a little over 12 years in the industry. So I have been lucky enough to work for 5 agencies, all in New York City, which is one of the bigger markets when it comes to modeling. And yeah, I'm really happy where I am. And now I am able to direct not just one, but 3 divisions. Every single agency will have different divisions. The first division that I'm going to talk to you about is image. Those are the type of models that you think about when you're seeing a runway show or huge campaigns or editorials, very high-end editorials. Those are the models that have a high fashion look. Not all of them, but a lot of them do have a high fashion look, super tall, and they end up on an image board. The next type of division would be a main board. They're slightly more commercial. They do a little bit of that, but a little bit more of the commercial work, which might be like e-com or commercial clients. The next type of division would be a direct board, which is one of the boards that I direct. A direct board is a little bit more commercial than that. You don't have to be as tall. You are more of a chameleon where you can do a little bit of everything. Most of the girls who are on a direct board have experience doing that, being in the industry for a little while. Some of them have already been on an image board and they kind of shifted their career to going onto a direct board and working for a little bit more of commercial clients. You have a development board, which not every model who is new is going to start off on a development board. Development boards are typically for models who are a little bit younger, who have no experience, who need more guidance in portfolio updates, more guidance in how to walk, more guidance in how to present themselves with clients. So while it is not necessarily grouped by age, it does tend to be the models who are under 18 or in their early 20s who are first starting out. If you are a model who might be 25 or 26 and you're just starting out, you may not go on the development board. You can just slide into one of the divisions that are right for you, and your agents in that division are still going to help guide you even though you won't be on a development board. Another type of division would be showroom. Many of you may not know what showroom is, but what it really is when a client wants to present their line to a buyer and they want to have a nice presentation in order to sell their line to a buyer. A lot of times what they'll do is hire a model in order to kind of show the clothes on a real body, have a nice presentation. Sometimes it's in-store presentations. Sometimes it's just whether showroom or in-store or even like a fashion week presentation. Showroom is all encompassing of really live modeling, if you will. They're not taking your picture for anything unless it may be for press. And so a lot of people who are on showroom boards will do a lot of the live modeling. And the reason why there's a whole division for that is because it does take some experience. Live modeling is not the same as, being in front of the camera. So that's why it is a whole separate division. You can still do showroom, even if you're not on a showroom board, if that's what you're interested in. The clients tend to be very loyal because if they like someone, they use them over and over again. That's not necessarily true about other print jobs because you can't use the same photo face every single time. But showroom clients tend to be loyal because they can use the same model every time because they're not taking your photo and they're comfortable with you. They know that you fit the clothes, and they continue to book you most of the time. So it is a really good part of the industry that I think a lot of people don't know about, but it's really a great way to get your foot in the door and gain some experience. I've had showroom models start in showroom and also get a campaign out of it. During the showroom, they met, the CEO of the company, and they ended up getting a campaign out of it. So that's definitely happened to me. And I think that for some of the bigger models out there that you guys may know, it's a story that they have too, where they started off in a showroom and bigger things have come from it. So the more that you meet clients, the more opportunity you have, the better it is for you to kind of try your hand at all different types of modeling. Another type of modeling would be fittings. What I mean by fittings is not fitness modeling. Fitness modeling is more sports related. What I mean by fittings is what that really is a client who has a line that is in production, needs a body to fit it on to make sure it fits well. What the requirements for that would really be to have the perfect measurements for what they're looking for. So maybe they fit on a size 4 or they fit on a size 6. They need very, very specific measurements. It's not just bust, weight, and hip measurements. It's your cross shoulder, it's your wrist, it's your ankle, it's your inseam. So you have to have the exact measurements of what they're looking for. If you are spot on, then they will start to fit on you. And like showroom, those clients are very, very, very loyal. As I'm sure you guys know, if you go into a store and you buy a size medium, and then the next time you buy a size medium from that store, it doesn't fit the same, that's very frustrating. That's a client's worst nightmare. So what they do is they use the same model over and over and over again for these fittings, because they don't want that to happen. They want their sizing to be consistent. I've had models be fit models for particular clients for 30 plus years. I have a model who has been fitting with a client for 40 years. So it is a great, great type of modeling that maybe, again, not a lot of people may know about, but it can be very lucrative. That usually pays by the hour, and it is consistent. A lot of times these clients will have standing appointments every Wednesday for 2 hours. You come in and you fit. And so a lot of models who do have side jobs, that's a really great type of modeling for them because it is consistent. Almost all types of modeling, you're not going to have a standing appointment other than fittings. So you do have to have a lot of availability. Another type of modeling is, some agencies call it curve modeling, some agencies call it plus size. Again, there's not a particular size for that, but a size 6 is usually in between. A 6 and up is usually either a curve or a plus size. A lot of agencies also don't have a separate curve board. What they will do is keep their curve models in with their straight size models and have it all be on one board. So if you find an agency where you don't see a specific curve board, it doesn't mean that they don't take that type of model. You can also check their main board or their image board and see if there's curve models on that side, because a lot of agencies, and I think in the last couple of years, this has been happening more and more often, where they do keep the straight size models and the plus size models all on one board instead of just having a separate curve division. So it could be either. Another type of modeling is classics. Although there isn't an age bracket for that, it is really more of the models who have a lot of experience in this industry. Again, a lot of those times, those models who are on a classic board have been doing this for a very, very long time. They started off in another division and they've been doing this for 15, 20 years, and they move on to a classics board because the reason why there is another type of division for classics is because those clients tend to skew a little bit different than maybe what image board or main board clients are. So it is a good idea if you are in that category to move on to a classics board at a certain point, because you want your agents to have the right set of clients for you and the category that you're in.
Aliti Production and Talent Agency.